I'm getting more comfortable around the people that have shifted in my surroundings and stuff. My bowel movements are better again. They were good right when I got shifted to extortion Gigville, and then they tightened up for about 2 weeks there, kind of a little bit. I wasn't even aware of it, and now I'm loosening up again. And because I get Elizabeth talking about it, the first day is like the first day of school, kind of, but you're better at it because you're older, and it's not as intensely nerve-wracking as the first day of school. And the first day of school when you go to a new school is more intense than going back to your old school, because then you walk, hey, Kaniki, hey, and stuff. If you're going to the same school, you go back to your dogs. What classes we got together, man? Oh, okay. Oh shit, we only got like 2 classes together, man. So that's actually probably a good thing because you'll probably actually pass 4 classes. Only fail 2, right? I'm just kidding around. But how school works, right? That class is dumb. Good thing I'm in there with you so we can make fun of it in the back of the class. Right on, okay. That's pretty much school. And then of course, unless of course you're Mr. Porter's portable with the sweat hogs of Mayfield, sweat hogs. I was one of the sweat hogs. I was always one of the sweat hogs, And the sweat hogs in Las Cruces is pretty much the black people. They were like a 15% minority, and the people that lived in the projects where there still are by the football fields and stuff that all went to Mayfield and stuff. And so I kind of hung out. And then the science geeks that they're military brats and they move around and you have to come in and make friends and you try to make friends and they're not into cliques and groups and someone you can sit and talk to that's intelligent and kind. And so that was always me, so like Earl, and because I will talk to you, and if you talk to me, I'll talk back and I'll listen, and I'll and then if you get a little crazy, I'll be like, man, and I'll tell you, like I used to tell Skippy, that shit's fucked up, man. You crazy. Because I'm the type of person that will do that. I was like, okay. You just said you like playing with your poo-poo and getting paid make-believe money for your poo-poo. Yeah, you understand? You hear what you just said? Okay. Always been that way. I'm real diplomatic and really good at it. I had really amazingly good parents. My dad was there's a lot of things that were abusive. Yeah, there's a lot of things that were abusive. But he wasn't abusing us. He's trying to teach us to be good Southerners. Okay, he wasn't trying to abuse us to be the all-controlling almighty. He thought he had a good perspective, and he wanted to try to give us the best perspective he could give us. Okay, my dad wasn't a vicious, cruel person. He could be mean. He'd be very, very mean. And when his wife, a lot of times, was more intelligent than him, he was mean to her because she was stupid. Okay? She was being stupid. And then she'd rebel and go in the exact opposite direction of him just to spite him because he was being an asshole. My mom was really intelligent. My dad's intelligent. My dad is a pragmatist, intelligent, work with the group and do what the group says, and if the group says what it says is acceptable, accept it. And my mom, no. And mom was perfectly okay with me deciding to leave the Mormon church, and we left the Mormon church. Okay, the 12-year-old, I was 12. I think I was 11 when I decided I wasn't going back. Dad already didn't want to go back. He didn't like the bishops and he didn't like the hierarchy. They were assholes. Okay. And Mom was already conflicted with a lot of the racial rhetoric. She didn't like that. She liked the Relief Society. She liked the women. She didn't like the way that the rhetoric with the male hierarchy. There was a lot of good guys in the male hierarchy. There's a lot of good guys in the Mormon church. Some guys in the Mormon church, you've never met better people. You've never met a better person than Martin Clark, Carl Lefevre, Gary Householder, some of the three, Bishop Brown, Bishop Manwarn. You've never met better people than them, trying their best to be good people in a fucked up world. Okay, you've never met people really trying their best to be really good people. Okay, then there's a lot of people in the Mormon church like that. They're raised on really good traditional values. Joseph Smith was an amazing person and an amazingly faithful and loving, kind person, raised in a horrible time during cultural conflict and migration that was absolutely terrible, violent, archaic, tribal and secular and insular and very woo. Okay, and the men were very abusive and controlling out in nature, the unforgiven, you know what I mean? And a lot of women went to him and his brothers to seek shelter from the other men. And they couldn't have, the way it was, okay, Dred Scott decision, 3/5 of a human being, okay? After the Civil War, black men were given the right to vote for president. Women weren't given the right to vote for president until the 1920s or 30s, guys. Do you understand? Okay. So all these people, Joseph Smith was a bigamist, a polygamist, he was a horrible person. He was a horrible person, okay? What about all the people that didn't give their wife the right to be even anything more than a man that was a piece of property? Do you understand? Okay, before you start judging Joseph Smith and polygamy and stuff like that, and Brigham Young, let's get Mr. Peabody and go back in the Wayback Machine before you start judging the saints of the Mormon Church. Okay, the saints of the Mormon Church. Okay, before you start judging Brigham Young and Joseph Smith and Hiram Smith, let me take you on a little, Mr. Taxi Driver, won't you give us a ride and take us down to old Paradise Drive? Hurry, won't you hurry, 'cause just can't wait. 1 minute lost might be 1 minute too late. Sugar, don't you be afraid. Don't be afraid of a little bit of pain. Pleasure is on the other side. Stay that you'll stay just a little. Do you understand? Okay. I'm a history major. And when I go to history, I connect to history because people are praying to my relatives to save us from sick, crazy, abusive, competitive people. Okay, I am more deep and intense than anybody you've ever sat and talked to in a church store that you paid money to Jesus for magical real estate. That you paid money to a mom and a cleric who teaches exactly like Muhammad and Ali. Okay? Do you understand? That you've helped kill people for to keep economic engines keeping you in debt and denied the glory of the Lord's Prayer, Proverbs, and Psalms. I am so intense that you, when you talk to me or take my hand, that you will feel things that make you go, I feel uncomfortable. You should. I don't want you to be comfortable living in this hell. You're too beautiful of a person to accept hell as a condition for your wife and your kids. You're too beautiful. The insurance for your children is your heart, your family, and your faith in the glory of God. That's your insurance, okay? Insurance to me is a bunch of faithful people loving God and loving one another. It has nothing to do with money. Money's not real, okay? You don't want to sell me death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so that's me. I make Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi look like they're a figment of George Lucas's imagination. They are. There you go. Boom. There you go. Dun, dun, dun. You ever see that one more? They can't get in the movie, and Sheldon sells his movie, runs off of it. He's got the movie. Oh, I love the Big Bang Theory. Oh, I do. Oh, it makes me laugh so hard. I really love Leonard. Leonard's one of those guys that you just love to have be one of your best friends, and then hang out with all his quirky friends because you're like, I could really help you with that problem that you have. Okay. But no, seriously, man. We'll sit down. We'll have an intellectual conversation about it, and then I'll fix Leonard's mother. I might even give her the spin cycle and make her say yikes a couple of times. She might need that. Just kidding around. No, I ain't that type of. That might be. No, she'd be better with Sheldon. She couldn't handle me. No. Get my DNA in there. I feel very empathetic. I was so fucked up to my son. I'm never going to stop hugging him. Mom, please go away. I'm having sex with Penny. Have you seen Penny? She's way more attractive than you. She is. You're right, son. She's also a kinder, gentler, nicer, warmer person. She's a little erratic, sporadic, and kind of dumb on certain things. Yeah, that's what happens. It's those nail polish ladies. What can you do? That was not a shot at Jennifer Lopez. No, that was a picking up of Jennifer Lopez. I like Jennifer Lopez. Well, I mean, I love everybody. That's a given. But I like her. I don't hate her. You know, she's she's become selfish and fearful because of her tribalism. Okay. Last night when I left the store, it's like they hate you. That's Rockefeller. That's Rockefeller and his friends and his family and his scientists isolating me and then trying to contain me in fear and anger. Last night's dreams were terrible. Absolutely terrible. They were about Amy. I'm always going to love that woman. You're never going to make me hate Amy Suzanne Favre. I hate what she did, but more importantly, I hate what happens to her. Okay? She's one of my heroes, but my biggest heroes are my kids, Patrick and Natalie, especially Patrick and Natalie, because I was able to work through the technology to help make life more comfortable for Noah and Emily and Kate and Crumb. Because of what's happening with the evolving technology, I was able to nip it in the bud. But those two oldest, God, they went through hell because the technology and the espionage got more intense and manipulative. And they betrayed you. They didn't betray me. No. All you people that want Rockefeller to replace Parsons, to Lucifer to Trump Yahweh have betrayed me. Patrick and Natalie, they love me. They were just afraid and abused. Amy was abused and wanted to kill herself because she thought she turned into a monster because of people like Lucifer trumps Yahweh. We'll be back, man, all right? Peace out.